Hey guys, back with another one. So we have quite a bit of information to share today. That's why I had broken it up in two parts. We're doing the 3 o'clock live right now, reporting on this mess here. And then at 7 p.m., when everybody winds down, we'll be reporting on the other mess that is going on. Make sure that you're subscribed to my second channel, SL Davis Social Media News. It says yeah, so it says it up there. I was looking at something else. Also make sure you hit the like button before we begin this live. We're only less than 60 seconds in this live. Hit the live button. I also have a video I want to show you guys with Carissa's sister. I think for some of you that didn't see it, if you've seen it, woohoo, kudos to you. We're going to see it again on this channel, but we're going to hear from Carissa's sister. She does the breakdown of stuff that only family knows because it only happens behind closed doors. There's a lot of mess going on social media. I honestly don't even know where to start. I'm just trying to stay focused on what I need to cover on this topic. And then afterwards, I should have wrote it down. If I don't forget, there's other topics that I want to talk about. There's a lot of, because CashApp and Blueface are locked up, people are trying to create drama and chaos amongst channel holders to make content. Um, and that's why I don't take it lightly being called a rock tard, or any of my supporters. I don't take it lightly them being called rock tards, because there is somebody in particular who I know is in the bushes of all of the commentary channels that take the time out to do their due diligence. And you can tell just what channel and what bushes, even my channel, that person's been on, and they're regurgitating like this is the hot off the press tea, like they got the exclusive on their channel, but they're really piggybacking off of the efforts of other people's due diligence. But yet and still, you're piggybacking off the efforts of other people's due diligence, but they're rock tards. So why would you want to be in the bushes of a rock tard as a content creator who doesn't support CashApp? And why would you want to take my word for anything if I'm a rock tard, or anybody's word that's a viewer that's a rock tard? So I don't get it. So they flip flop. They're hypocrites. But see, people like that got more problems going on in their real life than they care to discuss with the public. Quiet is kept. But anyways, getting on to it, let me say hi to everybody before we begin. Hey, Ashley, the baby is disabled. Oh, boy, here we go. Rose and hey, Miss Teddy, hi. Buttercup in the building. Junior doesn't have an official diagnosis, even if nobody has to share the public. Let me see. Is Ray and however else going? Medical bills and claims. Hey Marcus, how you doing? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Show some love. That's right, Buttercup. Why y'all expect what? Roland Ray is handicapped. He doesn't know better. The views must be down. So they need a subject. Exactly. And another thing I want to bring up too. Hey Ashley. Hey beautiful. Hey love. Another thing I want to bring up too. It's so funny how the people that call us rock tards, and this person in particular, who I believe founded the name rock tard. You guys keep saying it's a guy. He probably says it recently, because he's actively on social media for 2 or 3 hours at late nights doing lives. He does say the word rock tard, and do not drop that person's name, because it's not about dropping names. We don't get messy on here. But I think the founder of that name, that's just my opinion, was a female. And she sounding like a rock tard, because you're in the bushes of people's chats, and now you're creating beefs with people like China, who is underneath CashApp and trying to get her stardom off the clout. When you want to talk about clout, off of her sister's name. and now you're clout chasing right alongside her. She's a smaller channel than you, but you're so desperate as the founder of the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, the name 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, you're so desperate to get the clicks and the views, and you know how people get these adrenaline rushes from the drama and the arguing back and forth, grown folks arguing back and forth. That's a turn on the people. That's all they want to hear about. They don't want to hear about nothing to do with their health and well-being. Now you're arguing back and forth out the blue with China. And I also saw when I was doing the Queens of Kings, they were doing commentary on them. Stay out of my bushes and stay out of anyone's bushes that you low-key think are 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, and get your own content. And if CashApp and Blueface are the only ones that you can do commentary on, which I do commentary on them because I can get very creative. If you can't be creative, then maybe you need to just sit down until they get out. Okay, they'll be out in about 11 months, allegedly. Okay, so and that's another thing that's going to be part 2 update about that situation with Blueface and CashApp. I'd rather wait to 7 o'clock because usually the later you do your lives, the more people you get in the lives. Hey, Angie. I know who started that term. It was a woman. Exactly. It definitely wasn't the flip flop. Right. So, I'm disappointed. I'm going to start off saying this because I'm going to make this brief and then we're going to get into this video because the video is kind of long. But I'm going to make this brief. Rolling Rock ain't doing nothing different than what other people are doing. That just goes to show how comfortable people are of being disrespectful because the internet gives cowards an outlet. It just makes anybody comfortable with talking about people's children, not knowing that could be a dangerous situation. Back in my day, if you were talking about somebody's kids, you could get unalived. And I know that probably people who have done that, they probably sat back when they're in jail for the rest of their life and said it wasn't worth it. But you can really, that's a triggering when you are just blatantly saying these horrible things about people's kids. Now, I want to pull up the post really quickly. Is it already up? What am I talking about? Girl, you moving too fast. So he says, no funny, Chrisean should have got the blank that Blueface begged her to get. No child should have to grow up without both parents, especially with a handicap. And I just thought that was distasteful because the last time I checked, he had a handicap. And I think that nobody judges him. If anything, he has a very large audience for someone who, this is a very cruel world out here. And for people to accept him and him be so popular, and he's in a wheelchair, he can't walk. And I don't know exactly what his disability is. That's because I don't go checking for it. And I don't go around saying mean, hateful things to people. So that's why I wouldn't know what his diagnosis is, but I do know he's probably getting a disability check, and he's probably got people around the clock coming and cleaning his house and doing things that he is not physically able to do because of his physical disability. So I thought that was very distasteful. Again, maybe in his sector of social media, maybe he's not popping like he was, so he just had to say something to go viral and get attention. People do that all the time. I don't know, but I just know that I did go check on to his IG page because I could not believe. I wanted to fact check it, even though it was put underneath his picture what he allegedly said. I try to go to his page that I'm following and have been for a few years, but maybe he has a second page. I don't see that profile picture where he has that yellow on. So maybe he changed the profile picture, and maybe I am on the right Instagram page prior to coming live. But I looked very quickly, 2 times, very quickly. I could have overlooked it, but I think he took the post down. He probably got a lot of slack for saying that, and he just said, I know the nerves, right? It says They just can't leave Junior alone. That's why no one can see him now. But you know what? It's not even about Junior. They're doing it because it shows the hate that they have for Chrisean Rock. And it's sad. Hey Tammy, how you doing, sweetie? So getting off of that, really quickly, I want to show you this. So I now have an Amazon store. I have not, because like I said, I've been really busy. I'm going to show you this really quickly, and then we're going to get on to the video. I have not put all of the supplements that I use quite a bit. This is on a regular basis. This is what I use, whether I'm fasting, which I'm fasting every day, 365 days out the year. These are effective. I've used them for years. Herbal supplements. I'm not really into vitamins. I might take an iron pill, and I know of a brand that doesn't make you constipated. That's how up on my game I am with knowing supplements that can help with anxiety. If you have racing thoughts because of your anxiety, depression, for fasting, to help you get through fast, or just to detoxify the body. If you don't want to do a fast, you just want to maybe cut portion sizes while you're eating to lose weight for health or health conditions, I have the supplement. The link is in the top by default of all of my videos, my Amazon store. So I mean, even if you don't buy any of these supplements, I will be adding to it. I just didn't have time to put everything up there. I'd be there all day. You probably, even if you're not going to order any of those supplements, we're all on Amazon every day. We're always trying to buy something. So even if, hey, listen, there's the link in my description. If you don't buy nothing from my store, you'll be probably buying something off of Amazon. All right, I just made it easier for you to get there. It says, oh, you making money moves. I've been making money moves, honey. Buttercup, what you thought? Always. I just don't talk about my money moves because a lot of YouTubers have done that in the past, and it didn't work out for them because people get jealous and things start happening. And talking about money moves, I had gave the founder of Rock Tards that name credit because she was checking another YouTuber one time and showed how much she made in a year off of YouTube, which was 30,000, which I think is pretty good. 30,000 off of YouTube, and that's probably not even her only income stream. But I give credit when credit's due. But when you start to show me your other side, I can't rock with you. I can't rock with you. So yeah, you get money, but don't let it get to your head, sis. Trust and believe, because money is the root of all evil. Free rock, free blue. Yep. So listen, let's get into this video because it's quite long. Shout out to Hennessy. The link is at the top of this description box, and by default at the bottom, her other channel, her main channel, Hennessy Review, is also at the bottom by default. So you can subscribe to her channel. If you're not subscribed to her circus review channel, circus box review channel, make sure that you're subscribed.
So we're just waiting for our special guest to arrive. Hey, Miss Carletta, how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I am the same. Thank you. So I know you wanted to come on and you had some things that you wanted.
I'm glad Carissa's sister came on because she's real. She reminds me of somebody I know in my real life that would literally get up here. And I like the way she said enough. She said enough where you could get an idea of whatever you were thinking. You could take the guesswork out of this dysfunctional family. We all got dysfunction in our family, though, because the sister had said it, but I like the way she had said it. Had to do a little bit of edits on it because she cusses a lot, but she kept it real.
To ask and say
I like her
and
too.
get across. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. I appreciate that. I'm very,
and we
I'm
love
cool with
Hennessy.
your son, Maine. Maine is a friend over here. So I know it's a lot
Hennessy's
that's been
cool with
going on with
everybody.
your family. Did you want to discuss that?
I mean, we can. If it's something that is off limits, I'm gonna just tell you I ain't gonna answer that. But I'm okay to answer some questions.
She got more
Okay.
sense than
Okay.
Carissa.
So we know there's a lot that's been said, and you know, we've watched a lot of stuff unfold online in front of everyone. Things
Mm-hmm.
that are normally private matters have been made worldwide news, because let's be honest, the internet goes
Yes,
um
it
Yes.
does.
in lieu of a lot of the things that have happened. I know one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about is what happened between Carissa and your dad.
Okay. So let me clear this up first and say, y'all probably not gonna like what I have to say about that whole situation completely and totally, but hear me out through the end before you pass judgment, okay? So let me say this. Carlissa, if if it were me, I wouldn't have left my dad. However, I understand why she left my
Okay.
dad.
Okay.
Okay? My dad is hard to deal with. He's the type of person that if you take anything from him, I don't care how small it is, it could be minute, something as
Right.
advice. You can ask him for a question. And then because you invited him in with asking him for advice, he comes in and he takes over.
Gotcha.
Okay. Same thing that Carlissa does with her
Hmm.
kids. So that's where she got it from.
Right.
So, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So him wanting her to call children's services and do all of that extra stuff to Rock,
Hmm.
that, that's normal for him. So I don't know why she was caught by surprise. He did it to us. He called children's services on our mama every time he didn't get his way.
Wow.
That's how we grew up, our whole childhood.
Rosen, thank you for saying that because I've been saying that. You might not like Carlissa because I keep it real with y'all. See, I might disagree with Carlissa Rosen, and I'm saying it to you and everybody in the chat. I'm glad you brought that up. And y'all, you be hearing me saying stuff when I do bring up Carlissa. When she wrong, she wrong, and I put it in a place. And if she's listening, she hears it. But see, the thing is what nobody don't understand. Carlissa tells the truth. She tells the truth and shame the devil. Sometimes it be the wrong place at the wrong time. But that's why I say a lot of people on my channel, when I do Carlissa content, I can tell they don't really gravitate to it. But I keep telling everybody, I was saying this the whole time. I said, but you know what? Carlissa is the truth because she be telling y'all stuff that Blueface and Chrisean Rock and everybody want to make it a whack 100, won't make everything into a secret. She be telling it and don't care. She be keeping it all the way funky and real. And it's the truth. What you said is the truth. I always say that. I just think sometimes she just goes a little overboard. And sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's all I think.
It was like children's services was always involved.
She do,
Every time
Teresa.
he didn't get his way, that was his answer. I mean, when the kids get in trouble,
I'm
if
doing
it's
good, Teresa.
minor
How you doing,
trouble,
sweetie?
y'all seen the clip where him and Maine was riding in the car together and Maine fake like he was running from the
Hey,
police and he
Cancer
was like, pull over and let
66.
me out. I'm finna tell him.
Yeah.
That was no everything. He was not joking. He was like,
We were laughing about that because we thought it was funny, but that's really how he is.
He's
yes.
really like that in real life.
So okay, so then let me ask you this. When he went to California, um, to our understanding, it was to be in support of Jonathan. I'm going to call him Jonathan because that's what you guys call him. And I'm going to respect the fact that that's your family
Mhm.
member. And let's just make this very clear. I understand that you are human and this is your life. So I'm not trying to be messy and take you down places you don't want to go. I'm going to
Okay.
respect you.
Okay.
But when he went to go to court for Jonathan, was it to be supportive?
It was to be supportive, but what you guys don't understand, because y'all are on the outside looking in, is the way he supports is just not. So put it like, let me break it down like this, because I think this is a better understanding for everybody.
Okay.
My dad is 73 years old.
Hmm.
He's been this way for 50 years because I'm 50.
Right.
This is the way he was raised. Times have changed. Parenting techniques have changed. Things have changed. He
Right.
hasn't changed. So therefore, if you expect for him to help you or to be there for you and to do everything for you, you have to remember that it's going to be the way he's used to doing it because he has not changed.
Right.
And for you to expect him to change, you're because my dad is 73. The way he is now is how he's going to be till he leaves this
Right.
earth. So you
Yep.
can't change him. You have to change how you deal with him.
Right.
Right.
Because he
You
ain't
know, at
changing. He
first
ain't
when I
budging.
seen him, the first interaction we saw of him was him telling somebody, "This is my blood. These are my seeds. You have no say over this." And for me, I'm like, okay, I understand it because I know a lot of times from the things we see, it looks like people are crossing boundaries, but we didn't
Penny,
understand what was going on. So at first we like, oh, we on Dickie's side, but now we're understanding
Penny,
something deeper.
Penny,
Yes,
Penny.
Miss Carletta.
That man tell me when it come to my kids, you don't tell me I'm their daddy. First of all, and then I got a
Absolutely
smart
can't
mouth,
the
but I try
66.
to be as respectable as possible. But sometimes he do push me to that part, so I don't really. But he just like he will argue with me about my kids that I carried for 9 months and laid up in labor and delivered. He gon' he don't care about none of that, none of that. So what y'all saw is what we see on a daily. Like y'all just
Gotcha.
got a snippet of it. We've been living with it for 50 years, 52 years.
Right.
That's just who he is. So why I said I wouldn't leave him, I wouldn't have left him because he would have never been there in the first place.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have invited him because I already know how it's gonna go. He's gonna say what he's gonna say, and I'm the one. Them his babies. Who said that? Them is not him babies. Them is my babies. I pushed them out. Them my babies. You
Right.
sound like him. But I mean, I just know that if I would have invited him, if I would have said, "Hey, pull up, I got this going on," or "Man got this going on," and we just, we don't want to be the only family members at court. We need some support. It was
Right.
specifically be for support. Just come sit down and be there and do what he do, right?
Right.
No, he's getting ready to turn up just like he did every time. So therefore, I would not have invited him. I don't know why she invited him
Well,
because that's who he has been.
we thought he was coming in there like he had researched the. Your dad looked like he did. Your
Oh,
dad.
he definitely researched the case, and
Okay.
he probably could do a better job than the lawyers.
Right.
However,
Well, it's too late now because he
he
already
will
got
fire the
sentenced.
lawyers, and you ain't paid for them, bro. Come on now, this not your money right here. I paid for
Right.
this. How you gonna come in here and tell the lawyer how to do his job when I paid for this? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? At least let us hear what the lawyer had to say because we retained him for a
Uh,
reason. He'll come in and take over, like take over.
well, you know, honestly, I did kind of make a joke. I was like, I think he gonna go in there and try to run the case because he give that energy like he's not gonna play with nobody.
And
And
was,
and
and
I,
was.
I saw where last night you and Maine were live, and you were like, she let him do an interview. Are you aware he did another interview today?
He's all over the
I've
place, the
seen the
father is.
interview. But
Now
are you aware
that
that
energy
that
had
his perception of is his perception
right,
like like how can I put this? For an example, I could say that he thinks that my mom is the worst person on the planet Earth and thinks that I shouldn't deal with my mom because he thinks that my mom is the worst person on planet
oh
Earth.
wow,
I don't get to have my own opinion or my own feelings about my mom.
okay,
So you see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's like it's that I get it, I get it. He old school, but he just too far old school because times have changed and we're changing.
right,
We're growing, we're evolving, and it's just like he don't want to let us grow. He don't want to let us parent. Don't get me wrong, my dad is a superhero. If I called my dad over here right now and said, this tree is in my way and I need it moved and I don't have the money to pay somebody. My dad's gonna come over here at 73 and try to figure out how to move the tree.
right,
You see what I'm saying?
right,
So it's nothing that he won't do for us. It's nothing that he won't do for us. But I have learned to don't let him do nothing for me.
because
Because if he do something for you, now he own you.
mm, yeah, you're right. The way that things are playing out, it is giving the
He
apple
wants to
not
be in
falling too far from the
control.
tree
He's
because we
old
see a
school
lot
with
of
it.
this behavior in
With
Carissa.
Carlissa, yep.
Um, have you spoken to her since the incident happened? I know y'all don't, but I just figured maybe something maybe she sent a message through somebody, because I know you don't fool with her. Don't give me the side
I don't like, no, like this. That's one thing y'all gonna learn about me. When you can't put them back on, you can't stitch them up. You can't. What she tried to do to my mom and said about my mom, bro. Nah,
That
nah.
was the last.
Ain't no coming. Not my mama. It's three things in this world that'll get you. Four: my mama, my kids, my grandkids, and my money. Them the four things you can't, and you can't come back from that.
Understandable. That
That
is
was
so
why when she sent my mom that money, we don't do no, we don't do that. We don't do no hush money, no charity money. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
absolutely. I understand that. I know you've handled this honestly with a lot of grace when you come on here, when you do come live and I catch your lives. You handle this with a lot of grace, and I know that just a lot. How is this affecting your family itself as a whole?
Well, it affects us some. My daughter just told me the other day she wished she had a normal family, so that bothered me.
Mhm.
That bothered me a little bit, but I don't let it affect me. I'm a businesswoman. I have, my clothing store boutique that I'm opening up. I'm a licensed insurance agent, broker in over 25 states. I have real life things going on, and I don't have time for social media all the time. And Jermaine said, don't say this, but like the energy be too weird for me. So, and I know that I'm straightforward, I'm blunt. And so I try to not let it affect
Your
me too much
sister's
because
blunt too,
like I
but
say
it's
how I
not what
feel
you
and I
say, it's
feel
how
how I
you
say, and
say
I'm
it.
not going to sugarcoat it or hide it. And I'm not going to let somebody take my energy off. So I don't deal with her, but I take breaks from people all the time. Like, oh, I'll take a break from you in a minute. I'll take a break from my kids. I'll take a break. You acting like if I know that you got my freedom and my livelihood, me questioning whether it's worth it, my freedom, I gotta take a break from you for a few minutes. So
Absolutely. I
this
get
is
it.
not the first break that I've had from Carissa. This is not even the longest break that I've had from Carissa. I went 3 years without talking to her. I'm going on year number 2 without talking to my other sister, Faith.
Wow.
Going on year 3 without. I'm not that type of person. If I feel like your energy is off or you're going to cost me my freedom, I gotta back up
Gotta
off you because
back
I
off.
got too much going for
Exactly.
me.
Right. And that's how a lot of people should be, and I respect that, because a lot of times we allow people to do things and get away with things because of the title of family, because we share blood or whatever, and protecting yourself is the most important thing. So I definitely respect that. Is there anything that you want people to know, or
So I want people to like. I know y'all have y'all feelings about Carlissa, and I have mine. But at the end of the day, this is we grew up in a household that was divided. Where we had to pick a side. We didn't get to bounce both sides.
I like the way that she's having a fallout with her sister, but respectfully, that's still gonna always be her sister. Blood is thicker than water, and she is low key in her own subtle way gonna defend her sister, right, wrong, and indifferent. But at the same time, she's probably one of them type of sisters or family members. I'm not gonna drag you and tell all your business when I'm mad at you and when you're wrong. What I'll do is I got your back at all time, but I'll pull you aside later and tell you about yourself. And I think that people that are like that are real, and I like her sister for being like that up on this interview.
We had to pick a side. And unfortunately, picking the side that she chose has her in the situation that she's in right now, even with her kids and with her parenting, everything. Because, you know, and at the end of the day, my dad is perfectly imperfect.
Mhm.
He doesn't, like, even the cussing out her husband, like, what you thought her husband wasn't supposed to ride with her? He stood before the congregation, God. I was in the wedding. We was all there, and the Bible said that they was ride or die. So how
Right.
you expect him to choose you over her when he got to go home with her? So if she crazy on the internet, what y'all think she gonna be at home? I mean, we got
You're right.
we got to be realistic about some stuff. We got to be realistic about some stuff. Um, And I mean, I couldn't imagine the position that she's in. And this is not a pity party. This is just me being a grandmother, being the truth. I couldn't imagine the position that she's in, having to be nice to one mother in order to see them kids and fake like she not nice to the other mother in order to see them kids.
That is a
Like
messed up
I don't have
situation.
that division. So that gotta be hard. I don't know what I would do. I got 11 grandkids. I don't know what I would do
She
if
got to run
I
game to
had
keep
to
peace with the
do what
baby's
she's
mothers to see
doing.
her
Well,
grandkids. That's
first of all,
sad.
I mean,
I wouldn't do what she's doing. Like, you know, it's all being the baby mama, the grandmama on the daddy side is ghetto. It's ghetto. I don't care how you put it. It's ghetto. You can't talk to them like you talk to your kids. Like I could tell my kids exactly how I feel from the beginning to the end, and they're gonna either like it or they not. But they still gonna respect me.
right.
But the baby mamas don't gotta respect me. So I gotta kind of like dance. I gotta kind of dance around what I say.
Right.
I gotta figure out a way to say it a little bit better with cool. Like I can tell my daughter, like, girl, about my grandkids. I can't tell that to my son's baby mama
Right.
because
So
she's gonna be like,
right, she has control over that child, so she
right.
can.
So she could say when I can and when I can't, and that part is hard. It's hard. I don't like the way she's dealing with it.
In the way now this what you said, I understand, I get it, because I have kids, so I'm the baby mama. So I get it from this side. The only thing is the other part of it, the speaking of the baby mamas online, that kind of adds to
So would y'all rather her do it behind their back?
no, I would rather, honestly, if you want my opinion on what
I do. I want to
I
know.
to see all of this settle, because I feel like the children are the ones that are suffering. Okay, because um they need to have some type of relationship. I do feel like grandmothers play a pivotal part in the upbringing of children. Um However, on the other side of the
Now, you just heard her say grandmothers play a pivotal part. And I said this too. Not Chrisean. Carissa is supposed to be the matriarch of that family. She does not carry herself as a matriarch. Yes, she is a very truthful person. Yes, she blatantly says things that people want to say, but they don't say. But she is not acting like the matriarch of her family. And this is why there's so much conquering, dividing. This is why it's so much drama and so forth and so on. Now, we already know why Chrisean Rock don't bring Junior around Carissa. Carissa made that for herself. And if she wisens up and she not only says sorry, but stop continuously saying sorry and then repeating the same thing, then she would have a better rapport with Chrisean Rock. And then Chrisean Rock would probably feel more comfortable letting her see her grandson. But Carissa has to do that on her end. But at the same time, it's the devil's advocate I gotta play, because I don't care if Carissa triggered Chrisean Rock or not. That is still somebody's mother. And whether or not Blueface told her to put pause on his mother, that was violation at the highest captivity. And I feel like when you put your hands on somebody's mother, there's no boundaries of respect. The boundaries of respect have been crossed. There's no respect boundaries anymore. So it's no reason for you to be in my face. And there's no reason for me to be in your face, because somebody's going to get hurt. Because somebody, if my son's baby's mother put her hands on me, she wouldn't even be here to be going to jail. Okay, if she had a warrant, because that's a no. We don't do that over here. Said also, did you, Ronnie, finally confirm he's not Junior's dad? Well, yeah, we know he was just playing along with Bonnie
one, I
Lestray.
do kind of understand,
He was doing
as
that
a
for clout.
mother that deals with, I've never had that situation, but if I had to deal with that, I would choose not to. I just don't want to deal with it. So I get both sides of it. I just hope there's
So
some
let
type.
me cut you off for one quick moment. Let's play devil's advocate for a quick moment.
Like I do over here on this channel.
First
Make
of
sure
all,
y'all hit that like button.
I'm gonna put myself in Carissa's shoes.
Okay.
I would not ever want a relationship with Rock after she jumped on me.
I wouldn't
Period.
either. And I'm a mother.
I don't
I'm
think
speaking on it being
I
a mother.
would expect for my son to mediate between me and Rock for visitation of my child. I wouldn't, my grandchild, I wouldn't put her down on the internet, but I wouldn't, under no circumstances. I'm never nobody that I had to put my hands on or that put their hands on me, because I'm going to be thinking every time we're around, oh, this is my time to get my one.
Yep.
Like I'm always gonna want a rematch,
was,
especially if you won.
and I
So that part I understand. We can't just completely place blame all on Carissa, because John plays a part, and so
Yep.
does Rock, and so does Jayden.
I
They
said
all
the
play a
same
part.
thing.
See, the difference between them is they throw the rock and hide their hand. She
Carissa
just
throw the
throw the
rock
rock and
and
stand
stand
there.
there. No question. She don't
And
care.
what? And what? And what? See, you got to remember that
She tell the
people
truth and
don't just
shame the
wake up
devil.
today and be like, whoever said Carissa hit that girl first, that's not what I'm talking about. I could see that you're not following me, because I understand she hit her first, and I didn't say who started it. I just said once the fight happened, to me that was the end of the relationship.
Right.
Period.
Because
Like, we
nobody can
can't
trust each
come
other.
back from that.
Right.
This is
You
not my
definitely can't
sister
come
that
back
I
from that.
fought. This is not my cousin that I fought. This is my son's baby mama, and I'm
Now, Buttercup, you got to listen to what the sister said, like she said to somebody in Hennessy's comments. That's not what she's saying. She knows that her sister was the one provoked it first. But even in that event, the son should have stepped in and said, even though my mother's wrong, she's still my mother. I'm not letting no woman I lay with put hands on my mother. She carried me for 9 months. She gave me birth. My son ain't gonna do that. Now, when we're supporters and we're riding for somebody, we kind of overlook the real, the harsh reality of that. Whether or not she threw glass, put her hands on her, it's two wrongs don't make it right. She still had no business putting her hands, even if she was ordered to do it, on Carissa. Period. Point blank. She would have put her hands on my mother, it would have been a problem. I'm sorry. And there's no way that I can defend what Chrisean Rock did, because that would be almost like I was saying that it would be okay for somebody to put their hands on my mother. And it's never okay to put your hands on my mother. If somebody was to put their hands on my mother, they definitely would have a problem.
just keep it all the way 100.
They would definitely have a problem.
Even if I don't like my son's
It would be
baby mamas,
eliminated.
and my son's baby mamas don't
Some
like
way,
me,
shape, or form.
it would have never got to that level. Never. Even if I mouth out of my mouth to them, out of respect for my son, they would have just left. So before the first blow was thrown, it was words exchanged.
Mm-hmm.
It was words exchanged. And out of respect, I'm gonna give you a backstory. My ex-mother-in-law ain't like from the day that I came into her son's life. Called me all out my name. I just called my mama on her. I got somebody for you, because I'm not gonna disrespect you,
because you got
I
respect.
wasn't raised like that.
Come
so
from
I
a
called
good
my
cloth.
mama. Give me 1 second. This is Carletta. Can I give you a call back in a few minutes? I'm in the middle of something.
Carissa.
Okay, give me a few minutes. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Sorry, duty calls, but it's after hours. Why is she calling me? But so I'm just saying it's the respect level. So the respect was already gone.
Yep.
And I'm not, again, I'm not defending Rock. I'm not defending Carissa. I'm just simply stating the facts.
Right.
Like, if you have respect for your man, I don't care what his mama said. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, and Carissa, you do got to give respect to get respect. But when you see that somebody's disrespectful,
get
you
away
keep yourself from around them. How y'all in the same house and she don't
you don't
respect
even
you
like
and you don't
each other?
respect
Exactly.
her?
That don't even make no sense.
Yeah, I can agree with you. Once we start fighting, that's been introduced to the relationships.
Correct.
Now,
I'm
let
not
me
gonna be
just
around
address
nobody I don't
something
get
really
along
quickly.
with.
What's being
And be
spoken
living
about
under
right
the
now
same
is
roof.
not who's right and who's wrong.
Not at
This is about
all.
as a whole. So I need you guys to listen to the situation and what she's saying in the scenarios. Because I know right now what people are expecting is for me to be like, well, she threw the glass jar and Jonathan told her. And I know that's what you guys want, but that's not what she's speaking on.
At
What
all.
she's speaking
Because
on is
people
the
be
fact
missing the
that
point.
neither one has a respect for either one. Both of them have fought one another. It's best for them to stay away from one another because that relationship could never come back to what it once was. Because in the beginning, we did see where the two of them had a pretty good relationship with one another. Once that happened, I agree with you. That's just like if I have a physical fight with somebody who's a friend of mine, we can never be friends again.
No, and we could be cool associates. Hey, girl, but we friends.
I got to deal with
Pull
you
up
at a
to my
long
house.
handling
No.
We
spoon.
go out to dinner. No. And I would even go a step further. It took me years to get past things that people that I fought still, and I'm 50. Sometimes I be ooh, let me move in case she want her one back, and I might not be who I was 20 years ago, and I'm going to jail. So let me move out this because my vibe is off. Like, and I don't want to be in that environment because my vibe is off. Not that I'm scared, because I'm not. No, it's just that I have too much to lose. So I separate myself from situations like that. So, and as far as like John telling her to get her,
He was way out of pocket. That's crazy.
Well,
I
he
can't
did admit
understand that.
to it, Carletta.
that's where I'm stuck at. See, because me, I'm built different. See, when he said get her, I wouldn't have threw the glass at Rock. I would have threw the glass at man. I would have, like, right then and there. No, I wouldn't even did that. You know what I would have did? Because I'm gonna just keep it real. Get me there. I'll be right back.
Right back.
Stay
Going
right
up
there.
them steps real
Stay
quick.
right there. I
Oh, and
got
if you
you.
don't let me get up the steps, it's okay. It's a whole bunch of other stuff in this kitchen. But I would have
Okay.
never charged that Rock. I would have charged at him. Because the one thing is, if you don't have no respect for me, how could I ever expect anybody around you to have respect for me?
That part right there. I'm with
And that's what I always say on my commentary videos. That's why respect goes a long way with me. Even on here, even though I know it's cyberspace, you can't get to me, I can't get to you. It's fake beefs. But still, if I allow you to disrespect me, then everybody thinks that they can disrespect me. And I'm not having that. You have to set boundaries with people, because if you allow people to sit in your face, play in your face, and disrespect you, everybody around you in your circle, or people that are not in your circle, will think that they can do that. So I get their point on that.
you. I'm with you.
And even
You're gonna be
after,
disrespecting
like,
me.
she stopped her husband from going out the door. No, baby, I'm gonna need you to go out there and get them. Because I got my husband here. I'm gonna need you to go out there. Go out there and hold.
No. I would have sent him after him.
Yes.
Like,
No, because we can catch him at any time. Oh, he will be back.
mother to mother, that's how I feel about it. Like I would
Me too.
be
Yeah.
really pissed with my son. And not to we're gonna speak facts since we speak in facts and the things that are out there that we know of. It's not just that situation for me. It's also the other situations. It's the blatant disrespect, the cursing her out, the calling her out her name, things of that nature. Like me personally, I'd have been done with my own child because there's no way all of that is going to happen. But that's me personally. That's not saying that's what I think anybody should do. But
I can't tell you how I feel about that because I have never had that happen.
Right. But where did this come from, Carletta? Because I know you've watched him grow up. So where did this hostility in their relationship stem from? Do you
Yeah,
know?
because Blueface is a disrespectful dude.
I'm not gonna answer that because your audience ain't gonna like the answer that I have.
Okay.
But I will say this: he wasn't raised like that. That ain't how he acted for years on
Putting
top
on
of years. And in
fraud when he
fact,
got that money.
yeah, I'm gonna just say that. I don't know.
I know where you were going with that. I know where you were going with it. But before that, he put them out that house too. Before two women that were in there. So
Again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When when I was younger, my grandmama used to make this little comment about you smelling yourself. And when you were smelling yourself, you did that wasn't right. Because you just smelling yourself right now. And you got to come down off of that smell that you got going on.
That's true.
I never knew what she meant about I was smelling myself until I had kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what she meant about I was smelling myself because they be smelling themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this. Sometimes it's the way, hey, little boy, get out and take your dog with you. It's the get out, Debo. He rolled his eyes at me. He won. He rolled his eyes. That's stroller baby. He rolled his eyes. But anyway, so what I was gonna say is I'm not gonna sit up here and fake like me and my kids haven't had our issues.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is I had to learn that they're adults now. So the way I talk to them, I have to talk to them like I would talk to any other adult.
Right.
I don't think that my sister has learned that yet. And the reason I don't think that she has learned that is because that's not how we were raised. Our parents still
Talk to
talk to
them
us like
right
we
the
they
same way.
kids.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
And I'm 50. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's
Because the
like
father was doing that
she
at
got
the
to figure out
courthouse.
a way to break them generational curses because, honey, like your relationship with your kids be on a different level. Me and Maine get into it every other day, but it be in a joking man. He irritates my soul purposely.
We see it.
Purposely. I could be minding my own business, doing everything that I'm trying to do, and he will come in here and cut my computer off. He just aggravates me on purpose. But instead of me, getting agitated, I just realized that this is just who he is. He plays too, and I'm not in the mood to play. And before I used to be like, and then I'm like, he was 16. This is when I stopped doing it. He was 16. He was going to school to take a science test.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't take the garbage out the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I woke up, garbage out, let that garbage sit down, and you missed school and you flunked that mother. But I flipped out like a fool, like complete and total what I was raised, get the
With how
mother, I'm saying, type stuff. So I flipped out like that. So when he came home from school, I always asked every day, how was school? So I said, how was school? He was like, thanks to you, I flunked my test. Like, yeah, you want to know how school was? I flunked my test. And I was like, so at that moment, I realized that I had to change how I dealt with him. Because,
right.
like, dang, I made you flunk the test. And I
Yeah,
never
it's a
thought
common
about it because
name
that was the way I
for the
went out to
past.
school. You better
Right.
not miss them saying. So I had to change the way she got to get to that place. When she gets
Yes.
to the place
Nickname.
that
I don't
she
think it's
talked to them like they're
government name.
adults,
Mm-hmm.
she'll have a better relationship with them.
I
But
agree.
she got
I
to
agree.
start first with apologizing. She got to apologize.
Well, one of the things that I say is because she's apologized multiple times, posted, I
Yeah, but your apology,
apologize. And
you got to be
but
real. It got to
apology,
be real.
right.
You
For
can't
me, I
apologize.
always,
That's like the
And
next.
then
right.
turn around
And
and
see,
do it
I say
again.
apology without changed behavior is
Hmm.
wrapped up in a pretty bow. So it's like, I think that there could be hope, but she's got to be willing. I think she's stubborn.
She's stubborn. But the thing about it is, she's not ever gonna get Rock's respect or Jaden's respect as long as she don't have John's respect.
That's true.
So she got to
That's
start there. If
It
she can get
because he
rebuild
controls the
the
narrative.
relationship with John,
Hmm.
she possibly could. If I were Rock, I would not ever. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry.
I'm on the
Like, you
same
know what I'm saying?
page with you.
I don't know. You could apologize to you blue in the face. Jaden too. You could apologize to you blue in the face, but baby, you will never get another chance to drag
Because
me and dog me
you can't
the
trust the
way she has
situation.
dragged and dogged them. Never would she get that chance with me again. So I don't know. Like, I'm healed, but I ain't all the way healed.
Listen, you're a work in progress like I am. We healing. We're not healed.
Healed.
There's a
Right, healed.
difference.
Right.
But
Cause
you know,
honey, mm,
um, what Andre? We have not seen Andre, heard from Andre, or any of that. Is Andre in communication with anybody? That is because I know
So,
him and Megan were close, and you know.
so let me say this: I'm the auntie that I tell it like it is.
Mhm.
So, and I'm not gonna side with you because we got a common enemy, or we beefing with the same person.
Right.
So if you beefing with her and you come to me and you think I'm supposed to just ride with you because we both beefing with her, if you wrong, I'm gonna still tell you wrong. Andre don't like that. He want me to ride with him. And I'd be like, nah, bro. Like, you can't convince me. You could convince me of a lot of stuff. She got on the internet, told your business. I could believe that. She did this, she did that. I could believe that. But some of the stuff that he wanted me to believe that she did, I ain't believing that. You can't make me believe that. Because at the end of the day, I know her. I know her. I know what she is gonna do, and I know how far she gonna go.
Right.
So some of the stuff I already be knowing, yep, she finna take it to hell. And but then I know when she gonna stop. So
Gotcha.
like her leaving my dad, I know that she left my dad to keep from taking it because she wanted to take it to hell. And she might have wound up in jail. So she, you know what I'm saying? So
Because their father
I
would have
don't,
called them
like I
popos
said,
on
I
his own
understand
daughter.
why she did what she did.
He's
I don't
old
agree
school
with
with
what
it.
she did, but I understand why she did what she did. As far as Andre, that's my nephew. That's my first nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Andre spent a lot of time with me growing up, and I love him to death. And it just is what it is. But I'm not riding with you. I'm gonna ride with you, but I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong while we riding. Like, I'm gonna go with you to commit this crime. You gonna hear my
You
mouth the
gonna hear my
whole
mouth
way to
going
the
and
car.
coming.
And if
That's
we get
me.
caught,
That's me.
boy,
You gonna hear
you
my
really gonna
mouth.
hear my mouth. I ain't gonna tell them folks.
But I'm gonna
Gonna
tell
Right.
you
know.
and pull
You
you
know what
aside
I'm saying?
later.
So yeah, he don't like that. He want me to ride with him. As far as him and Maine go, him and Maine grew up like brothers.
Mm-hmm. Maine told
So
me that.
I think that they will repair whatever is going on.
Mm-hmm.
They just taking a break right now, and that's okay to take a break right now. You know, they growing in different directions.
So, do you have a desire to meet any of what would they be? What would they be? Your great nieces and nephews,
Yeah,
like
that's what they
Jonathan's
are.
kids?
I I I won't say I don't have a desire. I won't say that I won't meet them and I'm against them or anything, because kids are kids and they're
Right.
innocent. But I would like to meet them and build a relationship with them in a safe space. Like, I don't do the drama. You not going I don't want to keep I don't keep company with people that I got to be looking out the side of my eye at. I don't
Yeah,
keep
me neither. They ain't
I
gonna be in my
don't
house.
put myself in those situations. So I want them to heal a little bit before I can deal with them. And like I love the kids. You can send the kids here. Kids can come anytime. Kids ain't got nothing to do with this. They are innocent. Period. But the moms,
Hey,
I just like
OD.
right now, like all that hoorah, hoorah. Like I'm not built like that. And I don't want to be around somebody that you come over here and I tell you, I'm gonna always give you some knowledge.
Right.
I'm going
Right.
to always tell you how to be a better person, but you have to be receptive of what I tell you. So I don't want to surround myself with people that aren't willing to learn or take heed. Like, I didn't get where I am in life easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a hard upbringing. It wasn't easy, and I made some mistakes along the way, a whole lot of mistakes. And there's no rule book to parenting, and there's no rule book to how to be a decent human being,
Mm-hmm.
because you're watching your environment. You are a product of your environment, but it's your responsibility at some age to change your environment. So,
Absolutely.
when they ready to change their environment and change how they deal with stuff, I'm ready. Like, I don't have no problem with that at all.
Okay.
I
Well,
was a little
is it
offended that I looked around because I follow Jayden, and Jayden is a sweetheart. Like, I don't have an issue with Jayden. I follow Chrisean. I don't have a. I don't. I mess her name up and I'm gonna get in trouble. I follow Rock. I just be watching. I just be watching, and I will say this: mugshot or not, that was the prettiest picture that I've seen of her in a long time. She looks healthy.
That's what I said. Let me tell you something. I said people can hate on her all they want. But one thing I will tell you is when I seen that picture at mugshot, she is so pretty. She didn't have no makeup on. She ain't fixed up. She is naturally a beautiful girl. And that's one thing y'all can never take from me. I always say Chrisean's a beautiful girl. When I saw that mugshot, it didn't even look like a mugshot to me. She's just got natural beauty.
Yes.
She
Yes.
looks healthy. And I hope
Hi,
that when she comes home that she is um I
Francine.
hope that I hope that she's healing in there. And I wish that people would stop trying to feed her negative energy while she's in there. Do y'all understand that
She's a
postpartum
beautiful
depression is
girl.
real? So one, she's away from her baby.
Hmm.
Two, she isn't past the stage of postpartum depression. She's not past that stage.
People
And
think it's
three,
just
she's
when
in
you
jail,
right,
like
away from her baby.
away from her baby. So like, I mean, stop sending her stuff. Like, I don't know. That's I said I was told I wasn't allowed to say this, but that's weird to me. That's weird. It's
I
weird.
mean, for me, I honestly agree with you. I don't agree with people writing her letters telling her what's going on online. Let
Ooh,
her
Carissa
deal with what
said,
she
so what?
right. Let her do what she got to do. She's got enough on her plate. I don't think people realize that postpartum isn't just right after you have the baby. And
No,
then
it's a long
and
time.
then you don't know what she's feeling in there not being with her son. That's her first and only child. So you don't know what she's feeling in there. So all of this stuff from the outside, I don't stand with that. I don't call up there. I don't ask people to call up there and find out anything. If something gets posted online, it gets posted online. Other than that, I do believe that everybody deserves a personal boundary. There has to be a boundary, but unfortunately, I think with social media, people have access and feel entitled to no matter who it is. I mean, there's probably times that I've looked at some stuff and I've felt entitled to some things because I've looked at it. So as I'm learning and growing myself, I'm learning to learn what to say, what not to say, when to keep
Boundaries.
something to myself, because just because I do this doesn't mean I have to always have an opinion on something. I can keep
Pick
some
and
things
choose your
to
battles,
myself in
like
the
I always
pocket
say. You
and
gotta
not
pick and choose your
spread it.
I'm
battles.
gonna tell you something. Yesterday, and this is no better than Carlissa, despite how y'all want to play it, spin it. It's y'all are no better. Somebody called me yesterday and was like, "Oh my God, I heard Rock got 8 years."
Okay,
I flipped. I flipped. First of all, she just got where she going. She ain't even seen the judge yet. Why
thank
would
you.
you put that negative energy out there? But then y'all want to jump on
Because
here and be
that's
like,
what they
Carlissa,
want to
Carlissa,
see her
Carlissa.
go to
Y'all do the
jail.
same. Y'all just not don't have a big audience like Carlissa do. But y'all do
Hmm.
the speaking.
Mhm.
Speaking. What you say out of your mouth
Speaking it
could
into
hurt
existence.
somebody.
Yep.
Yes,
You speaking it into existence. Stop
Yep.
saying that.
exactly.
But if Carlissa do it, drag her. But y'all, half y'all do it.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Make it make
Feel
sense.
the same
Run
way.
that back. Make it make sense. Because
And
this
these
will make
people down in the comments will tell you, I always tell them, pray, stay positive. Don't even think anything negative. She gonna come home. She gonna be there with her baby. Whatever she gotta do, she gotta do. And that's that. There's nothing anybody can do to change the situation that's already in play. It just has to play out, but don't speak over that. You know, I also
exactly.
over here, I don't play that speaking on kids or any of that stuff over here neither. I don't do any of that. But I totally agree with you about people doing that. And I can't believe somebody, is it somebody you know, or was it just some random person on the
Oh, it was
internet?
somebody I know, but they got
Oh,
it off
okay.
of somebody on the internet. And I was like, hey, bro, don't call my phone.
Miss
Nope.
Carletta,
And
is
Hey,
it
they
just
want me
me?
to give them tea. I'm not,
hey, bro.
baby, whatever tea I get on the inside, because I get tea from the inside.
Right.
I'm not about to get on here and tell. I'm not clearing up nothing. Y'all think what y'all want to think. I'm not clearing up nothing when it comes to them. And then, like, as far as like, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's messed up.
Yeah.
But and it's also not right to drag Jaden.
No.
Because y'all like Rock more than y'all like Jaden. Don't mean drag Jaden. Just you don't like her, but you don't gotta drag her. Like that's crazy. So because like when do y'all at some point be like, I'ma just be happy?
It is kind of messed up to be dragging Jaden. And we're all guilty of it from time to time when we get in our feelings. But remember, Jaden was the main chick. Chrisean Rock was the side chick. She's the main chick now because allegedly Blueface went to jail and they ended up back in a relationship prior to him getting locked up. But she was always the side chick. And only time she was a main chick is when he picked fights with Jaden to be back with
That
Chrisean Rock.
both of them look like they happy
No.
because
I
both of
said
them
that.
needed a break from the common denominator. They needed
Which
a
is
break from
Blueface.
him, and they got it. My heart is broke that my nephew is getting the break that he need in
Right.
jail. It's
Right.
broke, but they all needed this right here. They all needed some time apart, and we don't know what God got in store for them. But what I do know is God don't make no mistakes, and for
That's
Him to
right.
separate each and every one of
Every
them
one of
in their own little box so that they can stay away from each other. This is
hello.
right here. This is growth. This is their opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
grow and be better and do better. So
For
stop fighting
themselves.
that girl and sending her stuff that's breaking her down because y'all are not behind the wall with a gate around you that you can't leave. Y'all get to hug and kiss on y'all babies at night. That girl don't get to hug and kiss on her baby at night. Do you know how hard that is?
Come
You
on, Miss
don't
Yep.
because
Carla.
you ain't been in that
Right.
situation.
They don't
Shut
care.
sometime and let this girl. God, she got enough on her plate. Y'all, like, yeah, this is too much.
Absolutely. Miss Carletta, you just put the stamp and seal on everything I be trying to get across to everybody.
Just like the first comment I found in my chat when I got in here was this right here. Look at that. First comment. And I said to myself, why? Why? And it's sad. It's really sad.
I'm really loving. I really like you, Miss Carletta.
You
I've
got
liked you
you got
from
to
the
be
beginning.
mindful what you say.
And wait a minute, I'm the witch Carissa. First of all, you just said nobody dragged Stewie. Just drug her by
Her
calling
name
her
ain't
Stewie.
even
Her
Stewie.
name is Jaden Alexis. Stewie is not her name. Stop doing that because at the end of the day, they kids gotta see this at some point in time. What her son is old enough to get on the internet on TikTok, and y'all on here calling his mama out her name, but y'all want to be supportive of Rock and Blue. Come on, man. What about the kids? Support the kids.
Hello.
But y'all
And that
better than
ain't real
Carlissa though.
either. Them supporting the kids. They just being nosy.
Y'all better.
Mm. Well, Miss Carletta, is there anything else that you would like to say? Because I know you had something that you had to do. I've enjoyed you. You can always come back whenever and have a conversation. I don't mind at all.
So I was
Um,
supposed to shout out my business. I was
yes,
told to,
please
but
do.
you know what? I don't even feel like this is an appropriate time. We're gonna do it at another time. I feel like right now the energy is about healing, and I'm not gonna promote my business while we trying to promote healing.
I
So
know
I'll
you're
do
not
that
like
at
your
another
sister
time.
Carlissa.
I'm
But
gonna
you
load it up on my
definitely.
page, and if they want to go on my page, they can go on my page and see it. But I just want to say that I'm not gonna get spiritual real quick. I
Go
just
ahead.
I just want to say a prayer real quick for John. Say her name for me because I don't want to call her Rock.
Chrisean.
Chrisean and Jaden. Father God, we come to you right now today and we ask that you bestow healing on each and every one of them. Give them the opportunity to clear their vision and clear their hearts and clear their mind so that they can prosper in every way. I want them to be up mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. In the name of Jesus, only you, Father, have the opportunity to come in and touch their heart, renew their souls and their faith. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 All right, Miss Carla. Well, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for giving us this time and opportunity. I really appreciate you. Again, you come on by anytime, even if you want to just come up and talk about your business, because I know you do a couple two Shree things.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Pauletta,
Everybody
get
go
to
get
a
you some
bag.
life insurance. You ain't gotta choose me, but the policies is not that expensive. Don't let nobody sell you no term life. Get you some whole life and make sure that you ain't leaving your kids in a situation that they shouldn't be in the event
Blueface
of an
and
emergency.
Chrisean Rock
Because
and
one
Jada
thing
can
about
afford
Rock,
theirs.
one thing about John, one thing about Blue, they got enough to bury they loved
Right,
ones
That
and
show do.
themselves. Do you have enough to bury you?
Oh, period.
While
Mm,
we all business,
Hi.
make sure your business is together first.
I like that. All right,
Hi,
Miss
E.
Pauletta. Well, you
Toya.
have a good evening. Thank you again, and we hope to talk to you again
You're
soon.
welcome.
So, like always, that was a great live. I love me some Hennessy. And I put her link to her circus of what is the circus box? Let me look it up to see exactly what's the name of the channel. But she's doing her big one. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But I'll also put the link right now in the comment section of the video. So it's Circus Press Box. That's the channel that this video's on if you want to listen to it unedited. But make sure you please subscribe to the channel. Okay. It says, yeah, a plate she made herself. So, hey, Candy Girl. So, listen, I'm getting off. I will be back on here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not going to bombard you with the other information that I want to update you guys with. So, I'm going to take a break. You guys take a break. If you got to go cook, take care of the family. It's Sunday. Get your food ready, your popcorn and your drinks, cocktails, whatever. Go do so, and I'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be in less than 3 hours. And make sure you all got the notification bell on with the option all so that you guys are able to attend this live stream. And there is a link to Hennessy Reviews channel for you to go support Hennessy Review and her Circus Press Box channel. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I will see you. Bye, Odine. Hey, salute, Cyrus. I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah.